it's May. Today I'm turning myself into, I'm going to say this so wrong, Galadriel from the Rings of Power, which is oh my god, is it on Amazon? It's on Amazon, I think. It's like a prequel, not prequel, I think prequel, yeah, it's prequel series that they did based off Lord of the Rings. And so that's what I'm turning myself into today. I'm using pretty much more or less the only body paint color that I'm using is Mayron Makeup's Storm Cloud, and then I'm using the Morphe Abby Roberts palette to create the depth and all the shadows. You can see the palette kind of in the background there. I'm doing this in sections because if I did this all at once, I would get lost in the sauce, as I said like 1,000 times on stream. So I'm just going section by section. You can kind of see what I kind of already mapped out from what the armor looks like. And then I'm going through with just a dark gray shade from that palette, just to kind of give myself like where I could see like this section was this, and then the next section is the next section. So is it perfect for shading? No, but that's just because I was trying to separate it out so I wouldn't get lost. And then I go in really more with whites and blacks later as I was working on it. So there's going to be a bunch of like pauses. I was trying to show Pixie. It didn't work. Just ignore that. My favorite thing about the Mayron Paradise paints is that it covers tattoos so nicely. Like other body paints I've used, I do like them, but they don't cover as well as Mayron's. I have to like do like way more like so many more layers and like use eyeshadows to hide them. Where'd the bird go? The bird is gone. You can't see the bird. Just on like one quick layer. They're so opaque and I love them so much. So yeah, basically just going back through, and now I'm trying to create the depth. I was going back and forth, man. what was what? It was supposed to be, I was just separating the sections out. Honestly, I probably should just put like a light gray in there, but I decided not to. So I'm just doing the grays for kind of like the spike things that kind of go out from her armor. Is this 100% accurate? No. Why? Because I'm not doing a full body paint. We don't have that much real estate. We're working with what we got. So it doesn't go all the way down. So that's why the shapes kind of get a little distorted. Also, I just painted lopsided. I don't know how else to tell you. But yeah, so going everywhere, trying to get as close as we can to the actual armor without, wearing armor. Like we don't have the shoulders of the armor. Like it's just not gonna happen. But I can try, and try I did. You'll notice I kind of stop right about where the tube top is, and that's because with the way I hold the camera when I take pictures, you're not gonna see below there. I kind of stop where the tube line is anyways, so that's kind of like my cutting off point for my arms. Though I probably should have gone like a little bit further down for like some of the pictures and stuff. I didn't, so most of the pictures got cropped. So it was completely painted. And always make sure that if you think you've gone far enough back onto your shoulder, you haven't, go further. Because I honestly didn't go far enough back. I had to do one quick little adjustment to make it so that in the pictures there isn't a random like skin stripe. Dixie's barking at me for dinner. Hold on. I tried my best. And I don't think you can really tell. It's only in one picture where I had adjusted. All the rest I didn't have to adjust. So just go go further back than you think you have to. If you can't see it, trust me, your camera, depending on your angles, will see it. Have you guys seen this series? I need to watch it. I haven't. I just really like how this armor looked. And I was like, I really want to do this body paint, even though I haven't seen the thing. I love Lord of the Rings. I just have not seen The Rings of Power. If you've seen it, give me a review without any spoilers. I don't really want to know the plot. I just want to know is it good or not. It looks really cool looking at like screenshots and stuff. There are so many shows I need to watch. Oh my goodness, I need to watch Loki, Ahsoka, Rings of Power, The Last of Us, all the things. I need to watch all the things, and there's not enough time for all the things. What have you guys been watching? Sorry, I'm rambling because, like, how many times can I say I put gray down and then darker gray and then lighter gray? I can only say that so many times. Here I'm putting in some black. For the first time, this is the actual first time I put black down. And that was to create some more depth of kind of where those pieces are. And then I'm blending it out with a mixture of black eyeshadow from that palette and a dark gray shadow from that palette. And then I'm using black and dark gray to kind of push the area where the chainmail is going to be further back. So that's got to be the lowest level, if thinking armor-wise. So yeah, just going back and forth. I'm trying to make sure that paint doesn't transfer. You can see it transfers in a few spots. I tried my hardest to make sure it all dried before I got to that point. But sometimes you just don't wait long enough. Oh my god, painting with my left hand is like giving a toddler paint and then expecting it to do what an adult can do. It just doesn't work. Like, it's getting better. I can trust it with more details. I trusted it with doing chainmail because it had to. I sneezed and I was trying really hard not to like sneeze in a spot that had paint, and of course I did. So I had to fix that in my face. But yeah, left hand is seriously like giving a toddler a brush. It's getting better. I've been working on it. I hope it shows. But it's never going to be my right hand. No matter how much I want it to be, it's not. Like, if you zoomed in at any point while you're watching this on the chainmail area, there are some of them that look like potatoes and just lopsided Cheerios and Cheerios that have been smooshed and squashed and destroyed. I haven't gotten there yet, but we will. I'm putting on Made You Look body paint in Sunflower, as it's like the only yellow really that I have. I think I have like yellow, but it wasn't like the right yellow versus this one was. So yeah, just going in with some more blacks now and the dark gray, pushing in that area where the chainmail is gonna go, and doing the same thing on the other side. Just get that depth, initial depth, I should say, before we get into the main details. So here's where I was trying to do the chainmail, and I started off with my right hand, and then around this point, I realized that it wasn't gonna be possible to keep going. So I had to give my left hand thing. So you can see they're turning into potatoes. Like, you can see the upper circles compared to the lower circles. There's something wrong with them. They're not bad. They're just, it's not the same. What is that one? That's not a circle. It tried, but it's not. But anyways, going on to the other side, doing the same thing. I'm trying to make it look like chainmail, like kind of bigger. I know the one in the show, they're a lot smaller, but that just wasn't going to translate the same from one to the other. So I was just trying to go as best as I could. And honestly, you should try mapping out first versus what I did, which was just create the circles over top of each other without leaving like that gap where they would be. So technically there's like overlapping lines where there shouldn't be. And I tried hiding it using the white liquid liner from NYX, but I'm sure you can still kind of see it. I tried putting more shadows and stuff to kind of just make the chainmail look more like chainmail, or like at least push back. I think it turned out really good, regardless of the fact that like some of them were potatoes. I think Samwise would prove that, because second preferences, you know? Now I'm just going over top of everything, kind of more black and dark gray. Just kind of push those highlights and stuff in, because I don't want them to be like super shiny. We're still trying to keep those like hiding in the depths. So even though I'm using the white, I'm gonna be going over it with black, because it pushes it back but still leaves that highlight behind, which is kind of how I do almost all highlights. I put the white down and then I put something on top of it, because it pushes it back. It makes it less stark. Yeah, now going in and we're doing more highlights just everywhere, and really bringing the armor to life. Now, I would recommend only doing a small portion at a time. Don't do what I do. Do what I say, which is opposite of what I said on stream, which is do what I do and not what I say. Different rules for different places, okay? But if you don't wait, you'll see it eventually as I'm going with over top of the shadows with the grays. The white, you'd see right there, because my hand hits it, it creates a smear. So go in like small patches or wait until things dry. So that way you're not smudging it and having to fix it like I had to. And yeah, so you see it, fix it up here. We're adding more black in, just giving everything dimension that I didn't give initially. And of course, putting highlights and stuff everywhere we go. Just, you know, make it look more lived in, make it have depth, try to make it look more realistic is what we're kind of going for here. So if you wanted to continue on, you definitely could. I always stop right where the tube top is, as I said before. And maybe go a little bit beyond that, just so you have a little bit more wiggle room when you're taking pictures. Or hell, do the whole thing. Do a full body paint. Don't just stop where I stop. Go beyond. Challenge yourself. Actually, on my Twitch stream, which is where I did this, I'm opening up a community thing of a challenge of using the channel points to go towards me doing my very first like full body paint. So not stopping at tube top, just keep going. I have not done that before, so we're gonna do a little challenge over there. So if you guys want to help out, tune into the streams and contribute points, and then we'll reach the goal. I did set the number fairly high because I'm also going to use it as kind of my motivation to lose some weight. Not that I need to. The doctor didn't tell me that. I think I'd feel better if I lost some weight and it make myself healthier. It's like a goal of mine to get back in shape and get healthy. So I'm kind of using the stream challenge as a twofold for that. So I'm going on and working on the star. I'm using like a burnt mustardy yellow color for shadows, and then a bright yellow for over top of where the white is. Just kind of give that star as much dimension as we can. And I put like white shadow in the center for the little gem that's on there, and then putting some more black underneath just kind of make it pop a little bit more. And then just going in back and forth with light gray and black / dark gray, just to make those radiant like spike things really stand out. And then just going over top of everything and putting a little bit more dimension between my real skin and where the paint starts, so it kind of more looks like armor. And we're throwing in our ears, because we gotta have our pointed ears, because that's perfect for this look. Bring forward the braid, and that's basically the finished look. I hope you guys all like it. Make sure to give this video a big old like, a subscribe. Come check out our Twitch streams. I stream as often as I can, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Pixie says bye.